Whoo, Hightown. Man, y'all got us good.
Let me put my coffee down.
What? Whoa. This was an amazing. This was the best episode so far. And we said that like 2 episodes ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got to give it to y'all, man. Y'all had the action, y'all had the drama, y'all had the scare. It was a little dark, and you had an emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
We got a chance to see Jack Leslie back together for a few minutes, and then they split up again. One of them two in that relationship is basically what's the nicest way I can put a gold digger. It's not a gold digger; she's a gold digger. GOAL. That's one of them in that relationship. And we're going to talk about all things Hightown in this video. If you're finding us for the first time, please subscribe. Be sure to share this content, man. I think that a lot of people are missing out on one of the best shows on TV, and it's Hightown, and we're going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. We're going to go through it piece by piece, but I want to do something different.
What?
Because it has so much action. I've done a whole lot of scene recaps in this video.
Okay.
So let's go through with the first scene that really took us aback. Our man, Sergeant Allen.
Is it in order, or are you just kind of skipping around?
Just skipping around.
Okay.
Sergeant Allen, ladies and gentlemen, this was his coming out party. This was his episode. He had several iconic lines, iconic scenes, and this particular scene when he was talking to Jackie solidified him taking ownership of being the captain of this crew right here. Let's take a look at Sergeant Allen as he's giving it to Jackie, showing up to his house unannounced, just like a crackhead. Here we go.
Time to come to me for help was before you set up this half-cocked scheme behind my fucking back. Getting known as you haven't been to fucking work. You show up to my house unannounced, feeling sorry for yourself, telling me you're getting tips from fucking Ray. You got some psychic feeling that your CI did? What am I supposed to think?
So what, that's it? Time for tough love?
It's not about love. I'm your sergeant.
Damn. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, on this show, he's the common man. He's the dad that goes to church. He's faithful to his wife. He tries to live his life by a code of ethics, a good moral code. And they just keep trying to drag this man down in the mud. How did you like him asserting himself in this episode with Jackie?
He did what he was supposed to do.
Because she messed up, right?
She did. She did. Now, he made you take notice that, dang it, I'm in this series and, I have a role and I have a job to do. So this is my first time I really took notice of Sergeant Allen. Last season, he was just like a, kind of like Ray's
the co-star.
Yeah.
If it's Batman and Robin, he was Robin.
He was there. Mm-hmm. But this episode,
I'm Batman now, bitch. Oh yeah, I'm Batman now. You forget that. Right. I really enjoyed that, and Ray got things going. So now I can go ahead and let us take it from the top. So in the beginning of this episode, shout out to Rebecca Cutter. She will be on this show with us doing an interview. She's the creator, showrunner. You got us good this one because we had to rewind 3 times on one section. We'll get there and tell you. But ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with having to rewind Hightown a couple of sections over and over.
No, I was rewinding because I wanted to see, did I see what I just
saw? You saw it.
Let me go back. I want to see that again.
Okay. So before we even let's see what my wife wanted to rewind. Because I wonder if you guys want to rewind the same thing. So here we go. We're gonna watch it. It was funny, but it was good. Jackie, you the man, woman.
You guys here to turn yourselves in? You don't scare me, because I know you're not going to do shit. Swing your dick all you want. I got 7.5 inches right here.
You talk tough. You look scared.
Everything okay out here, Jacqueline?
We're cool.
I don't believe you. You need to get your low-rent hoodlum ass off my porch. I called the police.
What is the muscle doing screaming out the passenger side? Didn't TLC make a song called No Scrub? He's sitting on the passenger side talking, what your pussy punta? Well, what is he talking about? Is he talking about the cat Jackie was holding, which is Ali Bobby? Is he talking about the guy that's the owns the home? Or is he talking about Jackie? Who was the scrub talking to?
Probably all of them, but it don't matter because he was talking as he was skedaddling on out in front of their house.
I loved how they played the score. Did you hear the music get all dangerous and scary? And Jackie, even though we was frustrated with her this whole episode, in that moment, everybody had your back, Miss Quinones. We are. Honey was in there like,
I was like, Jackie, go Jackie. Then I said, go roommate, go roommate.
Yeah, Jackie. We was, and I was like, Jackie said she got 2.5 inches shorter than what I got in her pocket, ready to pull it out, ready to let him have something. And then he's gonna say, I can see the look on your face. You scared.
Jackie stood up for all of us because when I first saw him, my heart jumped like, oh my goodness, they there. And Jackie stood her ground,
pulled out her gun.
She said, what, you here to turn yourself in? I'm like, oh yeah, Jackie, I don't gotta be scared. Yeah, Jackie.
Hightown, we had to rewind that a couple of times, man. That was lit. Definitely one of the top 5 scenes of this season. Definitely, easily. Now we'll take it from the top. So in the very beginning, Jackie wakes up from her slumber at Ray's house. And Ray's over there stroking Ali Bobby. We know the cat's name now, Ali Bobby. And just in this whole thing, it was the combination of, you know, Jackie telling Ray Daisy's dead. We need to do something. What was you expecting to happen from her waking up in Ray's house talking about? Because Ray thought that, you know, maybe she was drunk or whatever, but he warmed up to it.
I mean, this basically set the stage for the rest of the show. So we know the day before she was, you know, drunk and she just sobered up. And so now, you know, it's time to get to work. So, you know, I slept it off. I'm thinking with a clear head. He didn't slept through whatever it is he needed to sleep through too. And so now it's time to get to work.
And he tells her, she goes outdoor, make sure you get a damn shower. Make sure you get a shower. It was just funny to me waking up seeing him stroking the cat. And you know what? He was stroking it in a very, very, for all those Boston dudes who think they tough, in a Boston man's way. He wasn't stroking it the way you said one of my friends was stroking their dog. He was stroking the cat like it was Tiger King. That's how he was stroking the cat.
Okay.
And then the next clip, Renee wakes up. And of course, she's still lying to Ray. She ain't told Ray about the baby. And she's just looking at her belly in the mirror, you know, trying to make sure she's not showing yet, because I know she's sweating bullets on when she's going to have to say that. Then all of a sudden, she go ducking. Whoa, she hit bullets. And boy, she's running and crawling. I was laughing a little bit. Turns out Frankie is in the backyard teaching their 5-year-old son, little Frankie, how to shoot a gun.
Right.
What's going on, honey?
Right.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Frankie losing his mind. That's what's going on. He is so in a place that he doesn't know what happened to Jorge. He's disheveled. He's distraught. He can't figure out where's Jorge. He know he's dead. Renee's pretending like she don't know nothing. So he's to the point where it's so chaotic for him. He feels like he need to teach his 5-year-old son how to use a sidearm.
Right.
That's dangerous, because I can easily see the writers taking this story in a manner where eventually the son do the same thing his mama did, or maybe on purpose, gets a gun, and instead of it being an accident shooting the daddy, the son actually shoots the daddy.
You're right. If the mama don't know how to handle the gun right, how the little boy, how the little boy gonna do it?
How he gonna do it? But you know, Hightown, they're creative in their writing style, and even when you do guess things, it still feels like you didn't see it coming. So even though I'm predicting or hoping that this might happen, or this is something that could happen, even if it did happen, it still be like you didn't see it coming. Then I keep saying Donna is going to have a role. This is Junior's ex. She meets Jackie, or Jackie meets her leaving school, and she's happy. She's going to school trying to get her degree in business. Donna knows good and damn well Jackie ain't up there for nothing.
Mhm.
Because when you at school or you at work, somebody just show up unannounced, you know it's for something.
Especially Jackie. Yeah. I mean, so this is just basically Jackie is beginning her investigation, trying to figure out what happened to Daisy.
Right.
And so, of course, the one who has a level head in the club is Donna. She's
Donna.
sitting back, and she actually are her eyes in the club. And so she asked her if she saw anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and do you remember in the beginning of the season, Jackie approached Donna about kind of letting them know some things, what's going on, and Donna kind of blew her off, but then they made up or what may have you. And she just told her, you know, I haven't seen her since Thanksgiving. She left and went off with Jorge. But then then Donna said something that was sobering. Everybody realized. She was like, you've been drinking. And Jackie lied to her and said 78 days sober. Mm-hmm. You know, goodness
Donna knew.
She could see right, because Donna's with a junkie.
Right, I'm sure she knew.
So Donna could see right on through that. Jackie, you have a decent poker face, but you ain't won the world championship of poker yet. Mm-hmm. You ain't fooling Donna. But I just want to know, what else they gonna have Donna do?
Is she gonna have to serve some role? Mm-hmm. I think she's gonna do something. I don't know what, but they haven't built up her character this much to not use her. Right.
So. Right. Let me shout out the people in the chat. What's up, James Swank, Neek XO, Naya? I see Crystal on here. This is why she's been neglecting the ghost reviews, of course, because Crystal loves this show a little better. And this show, honestly, compared to Power Book 2, it is better writing, better score. This is a better show in all facets of the word. Crystal was even saying it reminds her of the way she felt when you watched the first Power. You kind of had that feeling.
It's like you rarely I haven't seen a show in a long time where you finish the episode, you're like, wow.
Yeah, because we was like
that was an experience. That was a mic drop. And actually, I was thinking about reviewing Power with you later today. But when this show went off, I'm like, you know what?
Oh,
I'm not even gonna waste my time.
This show was so good for her. It had her reminiscing of other greats like Damages with Glenn Close. Mm-hmm. Had you thinking about Scandal. Had you thinking about all those times we watched shows before we ever started reviewing shows, and you was just like, man, this took us back. Good. This was a good episode, my people. Mic drop. And so Jackie gets in the car, and she's getting on Instagram. She looks up Daisy's daughter, finds her school, and next thing I know, she's hot the trail to get ready to go to that school. We knew that was coming because we saw it in the trailer. Mm-hmm. But then we get to your boy Aceto. Fellas, if you and your family watch this show, I guarantee you all your wives and girlfriends love this dude that's on the screen, Aceto. This dude has a silver tongue, a golden tongue that can talk him out of anything. And if that therapist hang around long enough, she might get to experience that tongue some other ways.
Oh, goodness, oh my.
But in this scene, look at the smile on his face. See that smile on his face? Mm-hmm. Where you think he's going?
Well, we know where he think he's going.
He think he's about to go see Janelle do some therapy on him. He opened that door and he see this big burly man in there who's a good therapist, but he gonna make him work.
His face dropped.
The mic dropped, right? The chin dropped.
We ain't seen that much bounce in his step.
Oh my goodness, he was ready to go down there because if you guys remember last episode,
he done ditched his little cane. He walking there with a little bounce.
What do you need a cane for? He don't need a cane. Once you get that kiss, that works wonders. Mm-hmm. So he had got rid of the cane, thinking he's going to go in there, and then you show up in there, you got Bob, the therapist, in there to help you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he got on through it, but he had to get through it. And when he got through it, look who decided to show up to see him at the prison, Frankie. And this is another one. Another scene that was so good, I had to get the clip. So, honey, sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready because this was a good scene too. This was one of the top ones too. Here we go. Frankie versus Aceto.
I've been trying to figure out who would have the cojones to come from my family, and I can only think of one person.
If I'm finna put a body in the ground, I don't play around like you. Send other people to handle my business. If I kill your slack-ass cousin, I'll send him back to you in pieces with a signed note. Believe that.
Look at this. Woo, woo. I'm gonna fall out my chair. Did you see when they both slapped the table and stood up? Aceto said, I wouldn't have sent somebody to do the work.
Right.
I would have took your slack ass cousin and sent him to you in pieces.
With a side note.
With a side note. Like he gonna put his John Hancock Aceto on it. Honey, talk about that. That was a good scene.
It was.
That was another scene you play like 3-4 times.
Yeah, he made his point because I bet you Frankie was thinking like, oh yeah, you're right. He believed him.
Well, look what Frankie said. I'm thinking, who has the cojones to threaten my family?
Yeah, and he thought, okay, well, it's got to be you, Aceto. Right. And Aceto's like, no, that ain't my style.
No, I don't play in the shadows.
And after all that, he was just like, Frankie was probably like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
It ain't you then.
It ain't you. But Frankie also threatened him, said, look, I can get, even though you think you over here, you're not in Gen Pop, I can still get somebody to pop your ass over here. But Frankie also learned that he's probably getting some work from Charmaine in this scene.
And the other thing that Aceto told him too is, basically I ain't snitch on you.
Exactly.
If I said something, you would be in jail too.
Exactly.
So I think Frankie kind of
he started thinking about it. It ain't him. When I start putting 2 and 3 together, that equals 5, not 2. So he figured out, okay, Aceto, first of all, you ain't killed Jorge because I would have known you did it. You would have put your stamp on it.
Right.
You getting drugs from Charmaine, and then lastly, you didn't snitch because I would have had more heat. Good point. Oh boy. And then Renee shows up to Ray's crib after being so distraught. And here's that recurring theme, honey. When women get distraught, what do they do? Y'all know what that look means. Y'all know I antagonize her on purpose. So she shows up to Ray's house, tells Ray that she's all spooked because little Frankie was shooting the gun and she's distraught. He's like, you just got to tell. You gotta tell. So she gives up the information on the airplane where they going, and then he gives her a kiss. Let me show you how he kissed her.
Lamont,
I'm married to you.
Go.
He said, "Tell me everything." Well, what more could she tell him?
Spilling the beans.
What more could she told him everything before he did all the kissing and all that, right? Because
that's why he kissed her.
Right. Now, and so after that, they transition to Sergeant Allen. They put this paper on his desk of Aileen, whole thing. And he's thankful that they put the paper on the desk because why, honey?
He didn't know.
Right. And now he's also has the information to where he can show up for the funeral.
Yeah, and try to catch Charmaine.
And secondly, try to maybe talk to anyone else there to try to get some information. Because I think he kind of like Charmaine. Like I think deep that because he's the type of dude. He seems like he's kind of I don't want to.
He wants to see her do well.
Yeah, he's like the father on the block. He wants to see people do well. He's trying to get her to a better place. And I still think that he is still trying to work to help Charmaine get in a better place. Then Frankie shows up to where Charmaine is staying at the hotel.
Told her he basically running things.
Yep. And she's still being a hard ass, you know what? Like, no, you're not.
Talking
tough. But Frankie wants to keep tabs on her while she's in town because he's losing the space, right? He's losing it. So while she's in town, he wants to keep tab on her. You know what she said to him?
What?
You need to learn how to talk to a boss bitch. That's what she said.
Okay.
And then they exit the scene.
All right.
What have I been saying about Charmaine that's worried me with her?
What, that she young?
She's young and she seems like she's too big for her britches. Like this is false bravado. Like she's talking all this stuff, I think, to masquerade the insecurity.
Well, she fooled me because I thought she had a lot more muscle behind her than what I've been seeing, but I guess not.
No, I told you. By the way, for those of you that don't know this actress who's playing Charmaine, her name is Imani Lewis. That town that you older female actresses have in Hollywood as being the queens of acting, this chick coming for that crown now because she had her food for real. And she is playing the hell out this role. she showed tremendous range in her emotions, and she did it again in this episode on a scene we about to get to when you was like, man, the chick folded like a lawn chair.
Sure did.
So y'all bet she coming for that crown, Hollywood. Monty Lewis, keep your eyes open. And then you remember this guy from Army Wives. We loved him in Army Wives. Mm-hmm. This is Major Marks, I think his name is. And Ray runs in there to tell him, look, we got a beat on Frankie and the drugs coming from New York. He tells this man, look, I can give this to you, the state police, because I know y'all hate the DEA and them feds. But all you got to do is give me my job back. This is the same guy that was in the hearing when Ray
embarrassed himself or got embarrassed.
Yes. So talk about this, honey, and everybody that messes with Ray tend to get in a little trouble. Do you think this dude is making a mistake?
What is it? Ray just ain't gonna quit. I still think it's impossible for somebody like him to get back on the squad, but he just won't quit. He's relentless, and this is just another step that he's taken to get his job back.
Well,
so I mean, what he's offering it will definitely benefit him and everybody else.
It will.
So
it will.
He definitely got the right nugget to dangle in front of his face.
Right. But the thing about Major Marks is this: he did leave a little buffer between him and Ray. He did say, look, I need some arrests to go down before I do anything. But here's my fear. Everybody that deals with Ray gets burnt. Ray is like the sun. You know, you deal with him too long, you're going to get burnt, but you kind of need him.
Oh, whatever.
That's poetry. But you kind of need him.
Was that on this show?
It was. Earlier? Yeah, it was. It was. Fly Too Close to
Yeah, okay.
Jackie meets up with Valentina. This is Daisy's daughter. And this is when we learned the name of the cat, Oli Boli. Oh, goodness. The fact that they told us his name and what happened at the end of this episode tells me that cat is going to be sacrificed.
Oh, goodness.
That poor cat. Frankie or somebody's going to get that cat. But anyway, in this scene, she's just asking for more information about Daisy. The daughter kind of pushed back a little bit. Are you her friend? Are you a dancer?
Right.
She said, are you a dancer? Jackie's like, nah.
Jackie ain't crack a smile.
No.
Jackie was just like, heck no, I ain't no dancer.
But she gave Jackie pretty much the same information that Jackie's been collecting. Daisy was supposed to come to Thanksgiving Day. No show, no call.
Right.
And the daughter does sound very, very concerned. And
Do
Jackie
I need to be worried or something she said.
Jackie lied to the girl.
Yeah. Well, is she gonna bring herself to break? I mean, well, she can't. She hasn't proven anything yet.
Daisy did.
Yeah, but no, she ain't gonna.
You can't prove it.
You ain't gonna tell the daughter.
Yeah, but at the same time,
even if you had confirmation, you would not tell that daughter standing on the sidewalk your mama dead.
So it's okay to lie to kids?
In that situation, I'm gonna say yes.
So lying is okay. So you just basically said there are situations where lying is okay.
For this context, yes.
Situations.
Yes, I said yes. Okay. YES. Yes.
Okay. Well, there you had it, ladies and gentlemen. In Jackie's situation, it was okay to lie to the children. All right, because I guess we tell them a lie every year around this time, don't we? About somebody coming down the chimney. When it's really the mothers of America eating them cookies that they're supposed to put out for Santa Claus.
Whatever the daddy leaved over.
Oh Lord, the daddy don't never. Daddy don't never get the chance to get to the cookies. So next scene, what I said about this roommate of Aceto that I wish we would see him hang around, but in one of these videos I did, I pretty much said that this roommate was gonna die. I said he was gonna die.
And he ain't even last
2 episodes.
2 episodes.
And he in here high already. This is Junior all over again, except for he's black. So, honey, is Aceto gonna be the one to kill this roommate?
That's what I think. I think Aceto. I mean, because if not, this guy's gonna blow their cover and he gonna end up with even more time. So one, Aceto ain't gonna be able to make no money because this guy is using his own supply.
Yeah, you don't get high on your own supply.
Yeah, so one, he sapping down their money, and two, eventually he's gonna get caught because if you high, you ain't thinking right. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna run your mouth.
Yeah,
and so I'm gonna have to. Sorry, Aceto will have to kill him.
But here's the dilemma. Aceto ain't in position to be killing nobody. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because of some things we're going to see at the end of this episode.
He may make it look like an accident. I don't know. I mean, of course he's not going to do it, and they know he did it, but he's going to have to protect his
business.
His business, yes.
And it looks like he might wind up having to protect Charmaine eventually, because that's going to come to a head. The events of this episode, where Charmaine is now being micromanaged by Frankie. Frankie is not thrilled that Charmaine is sending drugs to Aceto. He ain't cool with that. But after what we're going to see later on, there's going to be a lot of things that I got to come to the head in 2 more episodes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
This number 8?
Yes. That's what I said.
Darn it.
That's what I said. 2, really? God, I hope this thing go to like 6, 7 seasons.
Oh, goodness.
Here we go. Ray tells Jackie that he's getting intel. His informant is Renee. And Jackie's like, what the F? I knew you was fucking her. That's what Jackie said. That's what Jackie said. Okay. I have to relive what happened in the show to give the emotions and the credence and gravity that it needs.
You can say F.
No, that's not what Jackie said. And anyway, and Jackie at first, she didn't want to hear what he had to say. She wasn't trying to hear none of it. But eventually he was able to talk her down after she made this deal. Jack was like, look, I'll listen to you, but I want to talk to Renee about Daisy. Ray kind of eluded that she's got information on Daisy, which she doesn't.
Right.
But Ray's making it seem that way to get Jackie
to do what he needed to do.
So really, ladies and gentlemen, what you have here is 2 addicts trying to be the boss. That's what you got here. You got 2 addicts trying to pull the strings on each other for the common good. One wants their job back. The other one wants her love back. That's what you got going on here. Well, I guess you could say Ray want love too, but don't you think Ray is more concerned about his job than Renee?
What you mean?
In terms of priorities. If you're prioritizing the thing Ray wants, wouldn't you say he'd rather get his job back more than Renee?
Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
And
so he won his job. But I mean, this is a win-win for him because he'll get his job back and he'll get Renee.
Right.
And he'll put their headache in jail again. So and he'll get revenge. So
he'll get revenge.
So he's definitely like all over this.
He's got the most to gain of anybody.
Right.
Anybody. He's got the most to gain.
Right. And you think Jackie want Lindsay?
Leslie
back?
Yes, she wants to be Jesley. Because in the very next scene, she calls Jesley.
I mean, it's her partner though. She got a.
Well, it's not her partner.
It's her. She's her police buddy,
comrade,
partner. Her police partner, whatever you call it.
They're not partners. They work in the same precinct, but
they ride along together. That's her partner.
I don't think they're not partners.
They are.
Somebody hit us up, Leslie. They're not partners, because in this next scene, she calls Leslie. And Leslie like, where the hell you been at for 3 days? And she's like, you could have just called, you could have just, told me this at work. She's like, I got intel. I got Frankie and Jackie. I mean, Frankie and Jorge information. And she's like, it's so juicy. I'm outside your door.
I mean, because Jackie needs help.
I'm outside your door.
She's inexperienced and she needs Leslie's insight.
But here's the problem. Leslie is experienced. Ray has warned her over and over to quit messing with Leslie. And Leslie, the only time Leslie underwear get wet is when Jackie has information that can help her get higher up in the ranks.
But Leslie has also told Jackie to quit messing with Ray. So if you Jackie, which one do you trust the most? I would say Ray. But the problem with Jackie is she done already pushed her heart on the table with Leslie. I think Jackie kind of over Leslie.
No. This episode right here let me know.
I want Jackie to be over Leslie.
Yeah, that's what you want. See, you can't project your projections on what's the truth. And the truth is, Jackie showed you in this episode, she ain't over Leslie. She even tried to fist bump Leslie, and then eventually says, Leslie, let me in the house since we're going to go through with this. Let's make a plan. Leslie let her in the house, which goes to show you Leslie's nothing but a goal, GOAL digger. That's all Leslie is. Yeah. And you guys will see it. Mark my words. Oh, Lord have mercy. I already done told y'all, Renee used to be one of my TV women. I done divorced her, honey. Thank you for letting me come back home. Thank you. Thank you for letting me divorce Renee and come back home. You such a good. They don't make good women like you that let their men come back when these TV women hurt their feelings. So I had already done kicked her to the curb by episode 2. Here's another clip, honey, where she basically telling everything like, come on, Renee, don't do this. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Renee almost messed up everything with this long kiss goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frankie.
What kind of crap is that?
Honey. Honey.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Honey.
That was ridiculous.
Tensions in their house have been sky high. Frankie is under pressure because for her perspective, it's about Jorge. In her heart, she's tripping because she's juggling all these things she's lying to Frankie about. She's pregnant, she's going to see Ray, and she's trying to escape the relationship. Why would you kiss him and look at him and say goodbye like that?
Right.
I said to myself, honey, he about to come back and punch her. Well, I was like, no, Renee, come on, Renee, Lord have. Did you think the gig was in then?
I did.
I did. Do you think the writers wanted us to think the gig was in?
That he was going to kind of come to the realization right then?
I feel like the writers was maybe not right then, but sometime this episode. Because I feel like the writers was pushing us to a point of Frankie about to come down on Renee because he know Renee is in on trying to throw him under the bus.
Yeah. In the end, I thought Frankie was suspecting Renee. Yeah. I mean, he got he's thinking, he got his hat on, his wheels are turning. We know he's smart. He was the brains of the whole operation.
Right, definitely.
And so, she better walk right. All that, you could have saved that. Sorry.
Right, damn. See, ain't I smart for cutting her loose?
No, you got me a little concerned about your intelligence for wanting her in the first place.
Well, because I was trying to save her for her bad deeds, but but episode 2, I learned quickly you can't save her. There's no saving her. See, thank you for letting me come on back home. You so sweet.
Go on.
Renee, you had a good one, and your character lost me. Oh Lord, Aileen funeral. Lord have mercy. Now, if you guys missed it, I did a full tribute video where I did my own eulogy. I did my own pamphlet for Aileen's funeral. I'm gonna let you see it, honey, because you missed it. We're gonna have 2 funeral services today, one created by me and one that Hightown created. Rest in peace, Aileen. God, I love this character.
What in the world? Lamont.
A celebration of life.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Aileen. Oh, Aileen. Aileen. That poor baby. All she wanted to do was play soccer. Oh, Aileen. Poor Aileen. If you want to see that whole video I did, links in the description on the Hightown season 2. But at this point, Sergeant Allen is at the funeral.
Thinking he's going to see Charmaine.
He
got his little feelings hurt.
Got his feelings hurt. And they wind up coming back to him later on. But as they're giving the eulogy and talking about the life of Aileen and Charmaine, Pastor talks about the pain Charmaine has got to be feeling right now. Losing her sister, not being here at the funeral. What's next for her is what he was saying. And they cut to this scene. This is what I'm talking about. This girl shows range in her emotion. She is in here crying. Talk about it.
At home, listening to God. Got the girl listening to gospel music.
Right. Yeah. She's in there.
Yeah.
And the more you see this with her, the more I feel like the writers is telling us she don't want no parts of this drug game. Like she don't want this. She does not want
her
this.
Her uncle convinced her to stay in it.
Right.
When it's and it's still, you just don't know which way she's gonna go.
Right.
She still can pivot either way.
Yeah. And anyway, Frankie shows up and's got a new car. And at this point, I was saying, Crystal, he know all about that tracker. Because do you remember me telling you, well, why is he showing up in a new car?
Right.
And you said to me, well, the car's on Renee's car. I was like, honey, this man would not get no new car for nothing. There's a reason he got this new car. He's not driving this track, because I've said if he feel like they tracking Renee, they might be tracking both cars.
Right.
And so he shows up there and tells her, look, we about to take a ride.
Yeah. And the thing is, he got the snooping. He's so suspicious that he got the snooping. And Ray shot himself in the foot by putting that tracker on her car and leaving it there. Remember when she saw it and she tried to get rid of it? He was like, no, you need to keep it there or whatever.
Yeah.
So he didn't mess himself up.
Ray showed her Renee the tracker.
Yeah, he showed
on
it to
purpose
her.
Because he was trying to scare her into thinking the feds was on to them.
And left it there.
Right.
And left it there.
That's
Frankie
more.
got this. So it tells you Frankie is doing some digging. Renee need to take that CVS pharmacy off her phone. If he can find a tracker under the car, he gonna find
trace
CVS.
Her phone.
Or see them text messages. She done saved every single message.
Yep. So that's that. And then the stakeout begins. They're at the airport. Jesley is back together. They're in the car talking. And look at the look on Leslie. Leslie looks happy because she thinks she's about to get a big score. See, Leslie only get emotional.
Leslie is keeping it professional.
No, Leslie is not keeping it professional. She's
keeping her distance. She basically just told Jackie, you just a co-worker, basically.
That's what she said prior to this event. When they in this car sitting together, it was more than just professionalism, because Jackie brought up that thing, which was what happened with them, and Leslie's like, okay, we're gonna talk about it. Jackie apologized for her misdeeds, and Leslie was entertaining all of the apology, which tells me that the only time Leslie wants to be with Jackie is when Jackie has something to offer her that could escalate her career. That's the look on Leslie's face. Okay. That's what Leslie is telling me.
I see that.
That's all, because the minute that they found out they weren't gonna get nothing, Leslie was back to cold, stay out my house, Leslie.
True. Yeah, I see it.
And then we get back to the funeral for Aileen, Lord.
Oh goodness, just go, man.
I'm so sad. Alan is talking to the auntie.
Alan is laying it on thick. He's telling her, plan on stroking them emotions, and we can still save her. She's out there in the world. We need to go out there and save Charmaine.
Well,
and the mama, not the mama, the aunt. The aunt slapped it.
She was like Dikembe Mutombo at the rim of Alonzo Mourning. She said, my daddy told us. And I said the line almost before she said it. Don't trust the police, but that's not what the aunt said. The aunt said, don't talk to the police.
Don't talk to,
which is the the same thing.
Right.
So the aunt ain't doing nothing. And Sergeant Alice looking like, man, black folks. I'm trying to help y'all out, man. Help me out. I trust Alan. Alan is the common man on this show.
He wants to
do things the right way.
He want to do Charmaine dirty. He want to he wants her to help herself by helping him. Right.
And I think he would honestly try to give her real good cover if she would do it, but he ain't gonna get no help. If there's any
way that he could look out, help her. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways.
And then they transition to Frankie done drove Charmaine. He's supposed to been taking her to the airport. He lied about that. Past the airport, Charmaine should have pulled up and unlocked the door and just jumped out the car immediately, but she didn't. He takes her to a cranberry field that's got dug up graves and everything. She
see the dirt hill.
Yep.
She see the trees. Yep. She see the water. She see the
cranberry field.
And she started looking nervous. I'm sitting thinking like, that whole car ride, I'm like, I ain't nervous. We was Charmaine. Charmaine.
What's wrong with
I'm
her?
Like, I'm sure she got a gun on her.
Like this fake tough don't help you when time need to be tough.
I wasn't nervous for her one bit. I'm like, she gonna be fine. He ain't gonna do nothing to her. I know she got something in her pocket for him. Charmaine.
Look, I just knew this. that he
Charmaine crumpled.
he couldn't kill Charmaine because that's who's supplying him right now. But I was worried he was going to torture her, maybe beat her a little bit, rough her up, to just be like, look, I know you done said all you the boss be and all that, but I don't care about none of that.
Charmaine.
So he gets Charmaine out here in the cranberry fields, pulls her out the car, and she is looking rather scared.
She probably peed on herself.
Whole thing, show her youth then, right?
Oh my
Showed her
goodness.
youth, but
She
only
put her head down and cowered.
and coward and everything.
Oh goodness.
And then all of a sudden we hear a trunk click, click. And I said to myself, oh Lord. A character that people have heard me talk about numerous times.
Me too.
That I kept saying, please don't let nothing happen to him because he could be the one to be a role model for Charmaine.
I thought he was gonna help turn her around. Oh, goodness.
Frankie done got Lance, man. Damn it, Frankie. And Lance ain't had nothing to do with nothing. And the only reason he got Lance is because they're gonna make a new plan. And they're not going to be using the airplane no more because Frankie understands that the police is on to them. And in the midst of all that, he had to shoot the man right in the head. Boom, I got the picture. Boom. And Charmaine is over there shook.
She gets splattered with the blood. I was hurt. I was so mad.
And Frankie's like, help me drag his body.
Mad.
Yeah, why?
I was mad.
Why you had to kill him?
Guy.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm about to be trying to do pilot's license and stuff like that. And he was taking Charmaine up there and she was interested in the plane and all that. And the writers knew what they was doing. I blame you, the writers of this show. Y'all ain't had to do us like this. Right. Y'all did this to us. This was y'all's doing.
But you know what? We should have known because they were making us get attached to this guy, you know. They ain't have to do
I don't even want to say it was attached to him as much as attached to what it looked like he could have been for a main character, right. Charmaine.
Right.
Because she don't really got a lot of people. All she's got is aunt now. And she need people who doing the right things. I don't think he knew what was in the airplane. I really don't. And you had to get rid of, damn you, man. Just damn you, Frankie. Damn you. Almost make me want to send you back to what was the show Frankie was on before when we first seen him? Prison Break.
Right.
Oh Lord. And then we go with these two. Renee done met up with Ray. They all on the. What would they name their child? Renee and Ray. What would they name a child? What they gonna name their child?
I have no idea.
We'll come. Post your comments for us. What is Ray and Renee gonna name a child? Ray Nay Ray. Let us know. But anyway, she meets him because she all nervous. She can't stay at home because she's worried this is operation gonna go through. She's scared. Guess who decides to text Ray while they having that little beach moment? Jackie, to let them know
something ain't right. It ain't
something ain't right. It ain't go through.
Was wrong. You lied to me.
And so when all that
you
comes through,
embarrassed me in front of Leslie.
And when all that came through, what did he ask Renee?
Basically, are you lying to me?
Are you fucking me?
Oh, good.
That's what he said. And that's what he said.
Okay, go.
The people want to know what he said. And I gotta let them know, speaking my Boston accent. That's what he said.
Remember
and
your daughter in the next room.
She sleeps.
When she come running in talking about F. And
she can't even pronounce F.
And when she taking notes.
And when she can, I'm not using it no more. Right now, all she can say is dog.
We'll get it out your system.
And then I had to tell her that this is TV. But anyway, Renee is nervous now as hell because it looks like she don't know what she's talking about, but she got to take her butt back home,
right? Because
she worried Frankie gonna be there,
right?
And guess what, honey?
She's sitting on the beach just waiting. I'm like, what in the world? Sit your butt down. You done waited all this time.
Stay home. She nervous.
Be nervous at home.
Well, she couldn't do that. And let me tell y'all, she better quit playing around because she is pregnant. And you can lose a baby over stress. She getting her butt stressed the hell out. She better quit playing around. So she goes back home. And look who's there with the tracker that was on her car. Now, this is the moment we were starting to think, oh, hell. Oh, hell.
How did it get there? Like, she like, I don't know. Acting like she ain't know what it was.
She didn't. But she really does.
Yeah.
Because she's been told. But he believed her lines and everything she had to say. So he succumbed to the type of things she was saying.
Now, you know, the funny part is he running all over the world trying to figure out who killed his cousin. And he's sitting there looking her dead in the face.
Dead in the face.
Now, would you have just would this have been any better if she would have just said, honey, I made a mistake and killed your cousin?
He probably would have been mad.
She made a mistake.
Don't matter. He
wouldn't have known that she let him die. That, you know, she didn't call to get help. She made a mistake.
But wouldn't you, if she make a mistake, ain't you supposed to call to get help?
She could have been a delay. He would have known that she waited and just let him bleed out.
In the drug game, you ain't supposed to call the regular police.
Right.
The regular ambulance.
She could have still called Frankie, but called him after Jorge died.
She couldn't do that. Frankie might be ready to kill her. He might have been ready to kill her. But she plays it off. She don't know what's going on. He falls for it and tells them that he's one step in front of their plans. And then she plays it off real nice and smooth, like this. You the man. You outsmarting them damn police. And then he's feeling himself. So this is an example of when men get emotional, he turns her around and boom.
Okay.
But here's the problem I had with this. Renee right now is so detached that the look on her face look more of this dude is raping me than it is of this is my fiance.
She's sitting there looking like, what the heck I'm gonna do now?
Right. Exactly. That's the look. So he done got all emotional. She done lapped him up. He thinking, yeah, I'm the man. So now that I'm feeling good, I'm gonna get some of her. She's just looking like that.
But not only is she stuck with him, he done said, I'm not gonna involve you in the operation no more. So now she ain't gonna have the inside information she need to get right. So now she's gonna be the one snooping around trying to figure out what he doing.
Good point.
And might trip up and get caught.
And then she almost got caught in this one. She was like, well, why not?
Yeah, go ask. As much as she's been saying, I want to stay home, I don't want to work at the club, I don't want to be involved. He included
the son too. He was like, I'm listening to you now. I'm not going to include you or the son. And she's like, well, why not?
I can see him doing that now because he's spooked.
Yeah.
He knows somebody's, he didn't find a tracker on the car. So now I have to protect you and my son. Right. So I hear you. We're not going to have you involved. And yes, she going to say, why not? What the heck? Where did that come from? I'm like, you giving yourself away. She going to get caught. I'm scared for Renee. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Renee.
Renee,
I'm scared.
Renee, I'm done with you. I don't even care no more. I done moved on to bigger and better things. She done let me come back home. Yes, she has. I'm going, Renee.
You gotta go save your girl. Go save her.
Okay. Alan meets up with Aceto in jail. Now, Aceto got some problems here. He's got Frankie, who's threatening to kill him if he go back to Gin Pop, and now saying he can get him in the green area. And then he's got Sergeant Allen, who got him in the green area away from Gin Pop, that wants information. Right. He wants information. And Aceto's like, I ain't got nothing. And if I had something, I would give it to you because I can't go back to Gin Pop. They'll kill me.
I don't like that.
Allen said, I don't give a D. That's your problem.
I don't like that.
Well, you just said you like Allen this episode. So now what Allen so now he putting pressure on Aceto. You don't like him? Oh, so you want the criminal to win. You want the criminal to win.
I want the good guy and Aceto to win.
Ain't no good. You can't get to the good guy without the bad guy.
He's a complicated man.
Complicated, my ass, like Stone Cold Steve Austin was complicated.
Complicated man.
Like Trump. He's a complicated man. And he ain't even in jail. This guy's in jail. Aceto's in jail. He's that complicated.
But no, this is when I felt a little nervous for him. I'm like, what else does he have to give up? He's got
Charmaine. That's what Alan wants.
I guess. So he's gonna have to continue to entertain Charmaine to get information to feed to Alan.
Or
I was a little nervous for him.
Or maybe we can turn Charmaine. She can be entertained by Aceto to tell what Frankie is doing. Then maybe you can say
so they can screw over Frankie.
Yes,
but save Charmaine in the process.
And Aceto.
Okay. Let's make it work.
You like that?
It's a plan.
You like that? I don't know if the writer's going to do that or not. So, but hey, we'll see where they go. Jesley break up again. Now that Leslie knows she can't get nothing from Jackie, nothing. She basically tell her to get the hell out of my car. Go back to work.
All right.
And then she's telling Jackie, you should have told me from the very beginning that you think Daisy is dead. You ready to believe in me now, honey? Look at the look on Leslie. Get your blankety blank out my car.
Right.
I can't use you for nothing.
True.
So
True.
What you doing in my car? Get out.
Exactly.
I told y'all. All right. And then I got another clip we got to play, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
that silver tongue, no, correction. The golden tongue of Aceto was used for Janelle. And let's take a look at this. Oh, you know what? I ain't get that one. I didn't get that one this time, so I let him get a break. Oh, no, do I got it? No, I ain't get that one. But anyway, this is when your boy Aceto goes in there and tells Janelle, look, I'm not a common criminal. I'm not like everybody's criminal. She's like, I had to leave because I've seen this. I've been in this thing 20 years. Women have gotten in trouble because they want the bad boy. And what did Aceto say with that golden tongue? What'd he say? You heard what he said.
Didn't he say I'm not a bad boy or something? He said.
He said, I'm not a bad boy. I'm not like those guys.
Didn't I just tell you that like 2 minutes ago?
That's what he said.
Didn't I tell you 2 minutes ago?
And he also told her, look, I want you to say it out loud.
Look how he looked.
Now, fellas, if you want a woman to know that you want her and that you telling the truth, look at him like this.
Oh,
that's the look you give him. That's the look you give him. You look at him like that. And he gets her to repeat after him, I will get out of jail. Say it.
And you know what I'm going to do?
What you going to do?
I'm going to go buy some flowers. And I'm going to knock on your door.
Yep.
And what else he say?
I'm going to get your favorite color, which is
purple.
Because every time you see her, she wearing purple.
And now you have to, so she has some professional ethics that she adhered to in the end. She had that internal struggle, but she cut them off when it was getting too hot. Yes.
But let them right back in right here. To some degree. She let them right back in.
She basically said, press pause. We pick this up when it's legit.
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you that was mad with her thinking she didn't have no ethics, she does have some code. Did she get a car back?
She said she did. I don't know.
No, she did not say she gave that car back yet.
She told him.
She said, I can't keep it.
Okay.
But that don't mean I can't give it back.
But you don't know if she gave it back.
Well, how'd she get to work? She called an Uber?
Maybe.
No, she drove that truck. So she's still unethical till she get back the gifts.
Well, you don't know if she did it or not.
She kept the car.
You don't know that.
She kept the car. Okay. Moving right along. She kept the car. This is when Jackie goes back to Ray's house because she hot now. She hotter than the fire on the opposite side of the sun. She mad because she feels like he set her up when he really didn't. He didn't. He tried. But, she's mad that he's getting played by Renee. She wants to talk to Renee about Daisy. So she says, text her.
This is when I thought she was pushing too much.
I agree.
I thought he was going to mess up and Renee was going to get found out because Jackie couldn't be patient.
And what happened? Renee turns on the water in the bathroom. Jackie snatches the phone from Ray after Ray texts her and said, what the hell is this, a conference call?
Right.
Hangs up the phone on Jackie.
And said, I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know nothing. Which
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, she went, I don't know nothing. Is this going to mess up her relationship with Ray? Because first of all, I don't think that relationship can be messed up because you're carrying his baby. So you're going to have to go back and talk to him. If this was a situation where she wasn't carrying the baby, I would have been upset with Ray because, well, Ray don't know she's got the baby. So Ray made a dumb mistake because Ray don't know nothing about the baby.
But Ray,
we do as the audience.
I mean, bottom line is if she knows Jackie is involved at this point because they were out there staking out the airplane or whatever.
Well, Renee didn't see that.
But so who does Ray have out there?
Renee don't know who was out there.
Well, Ray can clean that up and say, well, I'm not the one who's making the arrest, so I have to talk to somebody on the force.
Okay. That could have been a mistake on Ray's part. Letting Jackie come in there and be so overzealous. He could have just told Jackie, look, I got this. Trust me. You know,
Right.
and he told her, look, this is a win-win for all of us. I need my job back.
Yeah, and being fed, so basically they're all withholding information and spilling it out in pieces.
Right.
And so she was pissed when she found out that he wasn't giving her the whole story.
Right.
But she's doing the same thing.
Exactly. That could have went wrong, but it didn't. And this, like I said, you got two addicts in here trying to be the boss of each other. And then we get to this scene with Sergeant Allen. And I got this clip because this is when Sergeant Allen stepped up to the plate. Sergeant Allen, you own this series. You are officially Batman at this point. Take a look at this.
Time to come to me for help was before you set up this half-cocked scheme behind my fucking back. Getting known as you haven't been to fucking work. You show up to my house unannounced, feeling sorry for yourself, telling me you're getting tips from fucking Ray. You got some psychic feeling that your CI's dead? What the fuck am I supposed to think?
So what, that's it? Time for tough love?
It's not about love. I'm your sergeant.
What did you do with that clip? That looked like the Lean On Me pan out.
Well, you know, I got to do what I got to do to keep the thing entertaining.
Like, lean on me. Okay.
So that was like the speech everybody wants their father to be giving to their kids. That was almost like a lean on me speech in a cop version. He's like, look, you need to get your ass together. I see great potential in you, but you're messing up. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Basically,
that's what he said.
It was the lean on me Hightown version.
Lean on me cop version. You need to get your ass together. I see great potential in you, but you can't be dirty. You can't be acting like a crackhead showing up to my house in the middle of dinner.
Well, you got to be drunk. You're showing up here knocking on my door
like a crackhead.
Talking about Ray, talking about dead bodies, talking about
and all that. And then you just generally being baddie. And he tells her, look, go home, get yourself together, come back, and we're gonna make this happen. And then he had to remind her, I'm the one that handled your DWI and got you straight. I'm the one that cared about you from jump.
Right.
And you treat me like this. Lean on me, Sergeant Allen.
If you want to jump. You want to kill yourself? What did he say? Go on and jump. I don't want to jump.
Oh my goodness, man. Jackie. My goodness. Honey, we have made it to the climactic end. And I got to show the clip one more time. We got to show the clip because this is when we got right back on Jackie's team, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Jackie.
You guys here to turn yourselves in? You don't scare me, because I know you're not going to do shit. Swing your dick all you want. I got 7.5 inches right here.
You ducked off. You look scared.
Everything okay out here, Jacqueline?
We're cool.
I don't believe you. You need to get your low-rent hoodlum ass off my porch. I called the police.
I just can't get over how the writers let the muscle be the one. First of all, usually the boss has the muscle driving the car.
Right.
They got the muscle hanging out the window doing the TLC, looking like a scrub. What your puso punte?
He didn't beat up on the muscle so much in this episode that he just like
the muscle ain't the muscle. The muscle is an atrophied muscle. My folks that live know what I'm talking about. So, honey, break down this scene, and you really love the guy that owns the house. Came out and was talking smack.
Yeah, I was like, go Jackie. She stood up and had me beating my chest like, yeah, we ain't scared of you. And then he came out the house. You okay, Jacqueline?
I like how Jackie said, I got 7.5 inches of steel in my pocket. What you want to do?
Right.
What you want to do? Talk tough. You want to. You ready to turn yourself into jail?
They told them to get on off my porch.
Yeah.
Go on home. Get on off my porch. And they got off their porch and they left.
So
now we were saying though that this is where Frankie messed up, because if he wouldn't have showed up on Jackie's door, they would have just dropped it, because nobody believed that Frankie really was there to do what he was about to do. And so now Jackie can go back to Alan and say, Frankie showed up on my door with his muscle. And so we were about to bust him.
And she's got a witness.
Yes. Yes.
Now, but ain't the landlord a junkie or something? Because Alan,
no,
okay,
I don't think I don't think so.
okay.
No.
Well, I hope not, because now you actually got a witness, and not only do you have a witness, but you have a witness, a property owner that called the police on record.
Call the police, definitely
on record.
Definitely.
So let's talk about why was Frankie there in the first place?
Because he figured that Jackie was the one who put
the
the tracker under. Yeah, he figured it was Jackie.
Y'all ain't fool us, Hightown. You ain't fool us. We following every single detail, and we trying to help America follow these details too. But man, shout out to y'all. This was the best episode. Episode 8 was great. I'll probably be watching it again tonight. I want to shout out everybody on this cast. Everybody done good. Sergeant Allen came out. I was so happy for him in this episode. He stepped up.
The grandstand.
Yeah. Charmaine finally reverted to what I've been saying she is. She's just a kid. She's a kid. Just a kid, man. And now, do you feel like Frankie got her underneath his thumb?
Definitely. The way she saw him shoot that man in her face and the blood splash, I don't see her bucking up doing much at all unless she turns.
The only muscle she has is Aceto. That's the only muscle, and that's probably the only person at this moment she can trust.
Are we done with her trash talking for the rest of the series? Do you think she's gonna be talking trash the way she been?
Not right now. I mean, I don't think
after he done did what he did, how can you
talk trash
to him from this point forward?
We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen,
where's her gun?
she don't have a gun.
He gonna have to take her to the range.
Aceto.
No, Frankie.
What he gonna
Frankie
take her?
gonna need to take her, train her with his fag.
I don't think Frankie really trusts her like that. Frankie just using her for his drugs.
Yeah. So basically, she's just
The only person she got left is Aceto and the aunt.
Oh my goodness!
And what can she do with the aunt?
I'm worried about her.
Who?
Her whole operation. Charmaine. All he got to do is follow her around. She just putty in his hands.
At the end of the day, if we break down Charmaine for what she is at this moment, she's nothing but a $high courier. That's all she is. Yeah. She has no soldiers. She doesn't have a weapon. She's alone. She's emotionally touched right now because she done lost her sister who she was living for. Charmaine, it ain't too late to turn around and come on home.
This is the wizard.
You can come on home.
The veil has fallen. We see the wizard.
I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it.
I don't know why. I mean,
give me my cookies. I said this like episode number 2.
I knew it, but I didn't think it was to this. You have to keep reminding yourself she's a girl, she's a kid, she's a kid, she's a kid.
But you know why you couldn't realize
this extent,
it? Again, you know why you couldn't realize it? Because the young lady playing the character knocked this shit out the park.
I thought she at least owned the gun.
Out the park. Nope.
At least owned the gun.
Nope, don't own no gun. Nope. She owned an Xbox and a PlayStation.
I guess.
Yeah, but she don't own no gun.
Ladies and bag.
Yep, that's it.
Red bottoms.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, great episode. We enjoyed reviewing it. We had enough time this time to review the whole thing, give you a good review. Please be sure to share this content with others. Let them know that they're missing out on a great show. Oh, my wife want to see a couple of comments before we get out of here. Let's see here.
Oh, arguing over the cat.
Yes, we did argue over Ali Bali. Yes, we did. Ali Bali is going to kick the bucket. I'm sorry.
No, when him and Ray and Jackie were arguing over the cat.
Oh, yeah.
And Jackie was like, I'm taking the cat. What you gonna do with the cat? I'm taking the cat. You said, what did you say about that?
About the cat?
About that's what addicts do.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They need somebody to make them feel emotionally
stable. When addicts get to this low point, they want to go take care of something. They want to go get a dog, a pet. And if you watch some things, they'll go steal a damn baby if you let them. That's what addicts do. They want to have to take care. They need a responsibility. And me saying that was backed up by what Jackie told Leslie when they was in the car, when she was like, you became my new thing.
Right.
That's what, honey, when you going to listen to my wisdom? Oh, I got that wisdom.
Yeah, but we are cracking up over the
cat. And now we all like the cat. We know his name. The cat is going to die.
Oh,
let's see what else we got in here. We got a lot of likes, a lot of thumbs up. Great review. I love Crystal's POV point of view. You guys are great. Love the show. We appreciate you guys. Charmaine is going to the big house. I don't think Charmaine getting arrested. I don't. I don't.
You don't think she's gonna die?
Don't think she's gonna die.
Not gonna get. Do you think she's gonna flip her? Do you think she's gonna be good, bad? We've been going back and forth whether or not she. After seeing this, it'll be in her best interest to start working with Alan.
I could see a situation where her and Aceto still do the drugs. They get Frankie, and then they might take the show to a new city.
Or do you think her and Frankie just gonna be running and teaming up from this point forward? Frankie ain't gonna roll with her like that.
That relationship is too volatile for them two to team up. No way.
Okay.
So
her and Aceto then.
Yep. Well, that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here. Don't forget to like the video. I'll be coming back possibly tonight around 9 p.m. to go live to talk a little power. But for now, enjoy Hightown. Put it on repeat because the show was good.
All right.
Till that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll see you. And now we got